All right. We're here with Gretchen. 2 mana 0/4, pay 4, growth spiral. That's all it is. I really like this commander. Blue green flash is a neat archetype to me, so that's what we're doing here. I have ways to discount the ability with Training Grounds and Biomancer's Familiar. I think those are the only two. And we have a new card. Where is it? This one. I crafted it for this deck. I probably should put this in every single... This probably just should be in every single green deck. It just... It's like a tooth and nail for 4 mana. Most of the time your opponent's going to have 3 creatures. So this will always tooth and nail. It seems extremely powerful to do that. Having access to an out-of-nowhere Craterhoof Behemoth that your opponent can't really even counterspell, unless they countered this, is kind of funny to me. I have Rhystic Study. I've been like 50-50, but sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's useless. I think this is probably the style of deck for it. An army of 2-mana interaction, all the counterspells and whatnot. Probably want more Frogifies. I think I only have one right now, Mystic Subdual, the flash one, but there's like Witness Protection and such. All the dorks and the drums, because that just seems to be fitting. Kind of like Keenan, except Keenan is, exploiting them more than this is, but, same concept, right? Definitely a Mox Amber deck, because our commander's super cheap. Pact of Negation also kind of makes sense to me. Activating this ability and pacting in the same turn can be useful, who knows? You can probably even pact on turn 4 if this would hit a land too, that's kind of interesting. The top end might be a little too light, but for now I think this is what I'm going to start with. Scute Swarm, definitely that kind of deck, same with Pock. I don't think I've ever played Pock outside of the command zone before, but it is certainly the strongest card in green right now, especially with something that growth spirals every turn. I mean, you can get a trigger on your opponent's turn and yours just repeatedly. It's kind of neat. Rewind is wishy-washy to me, but it plays nicely with the ability, so I'm going to try it. But this could just be better as a different counterspell that costs less mana up front anyways. But who knows? Because, if you don't have your commander and you're not utilizing the additional 4 lands for anything, it's kind of weird. But, yeah, that's it. Pretty straightforward, I think. Just growth spiral spam. Hopefully play a big annoying thing your opponent can't deal with. Critical mass of cards through growth spiraling. Yep, that's it. Let's roll. Pretty straightforward. What is this one? This is not Kulane. Oh, okay, yeah. Alright, let's play you. Turn 1 Esper Sentinel, of course. Immediately draws a card, of course. But this is as good as an opener as I could probably ever have. Probably. So we'll see. What? Yep. Probably want to leave up 2 counter spells. Probably. I mean, it's kind of just one because Esper Sentinel is a thing for whatever reason. Okay, guess we're just not doing anything. That's interesting. And also quite unexpected. Second from the top? put it in the library then? I don't really know what that accomplishes. Okay. Do I play this? Sure. And then pass. My opponent has Wilderness Reclamation? Why? That's really weird to me. Does not seem like a... Oh, wait, no, I mean, I guess it actually does look like a Reclamation deck. Yeah, I guess it does. Never mind. It just feels weird. Feels a little goofy. Okay, can I do anything? Nope. Rather, I don't want to do anything. I was kind of hoping they would just cast their, thing there. Alright, so here we cast this. So we go 1, 2... I guess I'll get a forest. I do kind of need another blue source. Or, excuse me, green source. So 1, 2, 3. Do this, sacrifice that. I can still pay 1 here. And then get blue, green. And put this on top of your deck. Alright, my opponent's done. I don't think my opponent was out of that, but we do have a 2-minute activation on this instead of 3. Okay, we have the best card in our deck. But we're on the draw against a better deck. But I think that's... I mean, I can't... This is just good. Mishra's Bauble. What does that accomplish? They didn't target me, which they should have. That was odd. Always want to target your opponent. There's no reason not to. They would have known about this island. Not very useful, but, you know. Looking at your own top doesn't do anything. You can't shuffle it away. Alright, my opponent did some of the weirdest things I've ever seen, and I guess they milled a land for whatever reason when they apparently needed a land. I don't really know what that's about. And they also targeted themselves, so I'm very confused, but alright, we win. Look at that. Wilderness Reclamation, literally unbeatable. Okay, so Atali has to enter play, or is it a cast trigger? I can't remember. It's an ETB, which is nice. Oh, jeez. Alright, fine. Wash away for Atali, this for... I don't even know. Anything. Atali again. Of course. Why wouldn't we have that? Oh, there's mine. Yep. Imagine I had that last turn. Silly me. I might Seagate as a land here. Alright, well, we are incredibly far behind, again. If I play this... Okay, let's do this. Pay 3 life. Play this. Put the land in play. And I can play this and leave up Wash Away still. They can't cast Atali, but who knows. Do they have any red mana? Oh, they do. They do. Okay, now they have a bunch of red mana. Fortunately, all of this doesn't matter unless they have a crazy hand. So I'm not too frightened given the situation. But my hand is also not really amazing. I think I'm going to leave up the Gretchen activation instead of casting Scute Swarm, especially when I don't have any lands anyways. Alright, we did it. Our opponent baby raged after we cast a counterspell, even though we weren't in a really good spot, and we won. I guess I'll take it. Starting from scratch is more interesting, right? Alright, this is the Omniscience combo, which I haven't seen in like 3-4 months. I haven't seen this deck in a long time, but I'm familiar with all the commanders at this point, so I know how it plays. Assuming that's the style of strategy it's going for. It is... Wait, it's non-creature? Non-land permanent. Alright, it is currently not. It is actually not the combo version. This is just a free cascade trigger version with maybe the other things going on. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I actually do not know. I will respect counter magic, as one should. I also will probably not cast or crack my fetch land here. Okay. Yep, this is just an honest Illuna deck. Cool. I don't remember the last time I saw an honest... an honest, teamer deck. That's, kind of funny. All basics, too. This is spicy. What is going on right now? What is happening? Giving me anxiety. Alright, let's not lose to that. Alright, I hope you like Pock, opponent, because I got a Pock for you. Hope you like playing against Pock. One with the multiverse. Alright, my opponent will probably concede to this disruption. This literal disruption. Yep, I figured as much. Yep, that was the most straightforward game I ever played. All basic lands. Really want to be on the play in this matchup, but it's alright. This is the most one-dimensional of the white aggro decks. I think we're going to name blue. I can block with Gretchen. They scried 2 on the bottom, huh? Wow. I think it probably makes sense to play Goose instead of tap land. Probably. So I do have Pock next turn before I play a land. I'm pretty sure you get this backside if you play the... Actually, no, I have no idea what happens when this goes to copy Disruption. I actually think it does not work. I think you'll get a Disruption on the stack or something weird. You will not get a backside of this. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. I'm not willing to find out. I think it's more important that I actually play my cards here, so... I could be wrong, but, I mean, I'll most likely find out next turn anyways. Okay, of course. One of their 2 answers in their whole deck to Pock. Why wouldn't you have it? I can never get Pock back, given the situation. Is there any reason not to just cycle this? I don't think so. Well, you know what? I think I will just wait. I think that's fine. I'm not really capitalizing on not doing this. Also, I played my untapped land instead of Disruption, so I can, like, food and do something else instead. What does this do? I don't want to deal with that. You're not allowed. Banned. Card is banned. They did not swing at me. I feel like it was free. I don't exactly have any power in play. Okay, is this the game where we get the Defense of the Heart trigger? Is this the legendary matchup where I actually get it? Do I finally get my Defense of the Heart trigger? They already used Skyclave, one of their very few answers to it in mono white. Okay. Looks like we're gonna get it. I'm gonna get a Defense of the Heart trigger. Sure, you can do whatever you want, opponent. Knock yourself out. I am getting my trigger, and you can't stop me. Luminarch Aspirant will will remove half of the text on this. You got to keep that in mind. So keeping things at 2 obviously makes more sense than not doing that. I don't have a instant win off of this, but I do have so much insane, like, this card is just so stupid no matter what you get, so... This, and, I think I'll get Scute Swarm so I can actually block. Well, it doesn't work if I don't find... Let's get Gargaroth. It gives me relevant attack triggers. I kind of like that. Let's give our stuff Pseudo Haste. I must tap... Okay, so we have to tap you. So they can't just kill Elder Gargaroth in combat. And then I'll draw a card. It's actually a really good card, too. Look at that. Okay. Your turn. I also have a bunch of food, too. I have like 9 life and food, so it's impossible to die from here. Well, this specific turn cycle, I mean. My opponent could do some crazy stuff later, but as it stands... as it stands, they can't. Luminarch Aspirant never wants to target itself. I mean, I guess it can once, but now, from here on out, everything will lose the unblockable text. There's not really anything I can do here, so let's just block you and take the rest, because again, it's all unblockable. Unfortunately, a good chunk of it has vigilance, too. Hullbreaker Horror will help circumvent this issue. And then I can bounce, I guess their commander? No, we just bounced his tokens. There's nothing I can do to stop that. Alright. Unfortunate. Oh, cool. My opponent's just dead. Love it. Alright, yep. That was obviously the best top deck in my entire deck. There's a lot of removal in Quintorius. For a red-white deck, it's usually a lot. But this does have 4 toughness, so it's just the white removal. And the last 2 times I played against this commander, it had sweepers and 46,000 creatures. Which is goofy, but I guess it's something to take note of. Guess I'll play this one. This doesn't actually play around anything but Mana Tithe, but I don't know, it's got 1 additional toughness. I don't really need it. Okay, let's wait. Blue-green. Okay, no matter what I do, I have to play a second green spell, or green land to... Green producing land, not a green land. Lands are colorless. Yeah, playing permanent-based decks definitely is an uphill battle. As things stand. Alright, I don't like my hand for obvious reasons. Let's see if I can't find something better. Nope. Tragic. I really don't want to crack the Grove, but I guess I'll give myself the option to. Probably won't end up doing it, to be honest. They do not have any mana ramp, which is kind of insane to me. Like, it's wild for them to have no ramp. There's no Mana Tithe at this point. I really don't know what's going on, but it looks like creature removal. This at least diversifies my stuff a little. They can't play anything they don't want to lose, which is nice, and I don't care about my board, so. Sure. You got it. I care about my board a lot more now. And it's all gone again. Wow, look at that. What a surprise. They can actually, they can equip the token with the sword and swing with it, which is kind of goofy, but they can if they want to. I don't know if it's the best thing to do right now, but my opponent can if they want to. Alright, they're going to do it on Ragavan instead? No, they just cast Ragavan. Sure. Okay, I'm just going to do nothing. I did not expect that at all. I feel like dashing Ragavan there would have just been better in every single way. I'm a little confused. Just a little confused here. Just a bit confuzzled. They also just didn't swing with the token. Do I riff for 7, or do I just... I mean, at this point, I can just bounce the sword. Given how my opponent just did everything, this is just better now. I don't have to overload it. Okay. I guess I should have considered that slightly more, maybe resolve the Gargaroth, but okay, sure. Oh. I mean, we're never upset with that. I am not going to crack this Grove. The Grove might not even want to be in this deck, given how often I... That doesn't even work. I mean, they could just cycle it. It's kind of the same thing. Alright. No, okay. Drew the best card on my deck. Love to see it. Hopefully they want to play a creature here and... Alright, no dice. They know the top card. Oh, it's the top 2 cards, okay. Well, that's annoying. Tap that, play this on blue. Play this tapped. Gargaroth doesn't block either. I think I'm going to shut down my opponent's ability to have a haste, like, just not be able to hit me with that. I don't see why I shouldn't swing. Just going to swing. And I'm not going to tap this. Actually, you know what? Yes, I am. You can fight me. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Undo. I'm going to crack this, crack this. Alright. That's, pretty good. It's a pretty good card. I think I might even just Gretchen instead of anything anyways, but we'll see. Land and a weird Banefire that happens twice. Okay. Is it going to kill Gretchen? Or the... I mean, it probably makes sense to send some of that to my face. No. Alright, I don't care about that. They do have a land destruction for my Hall of the Storm Giants, so I guess I'm not going to cast it. I was right about the endless removal. You had an answer to the reclamation? What are you doing? What are you doing? No way, they just had that and didn't cast it. You're insane. You're insane, bro. Alright, I'm going to put Rift on top. Take action. End step. Let's draw it. And then play this. Alright, we finally cast our thing. Surely our opponent wasn't banking a sweeper this entire time. Activate this once. Oh yeah, I drew a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It does not have to be untapped. My opponent just gave me Reclamation to deal with Hullbreaker. I mean, you have to deal with Hullbreaker, but the idea that they like didn't cast this earlier is just crazy to me. That's just insane. All of this would be so much better if their commander was in play too, but I mean, they're doing fine without it. They're just, you know, we're going back and forth. Alright, they finally found an answer. Okay, no, they didn't target this. I feel like they have to just target this. Like, you just have to deal with this reclamation. You just have to. This has Ward 3, right? Yeah, so they can't use the Field of Ruin immediately. I can kill this Chandra. It is a lot of mana to do so, but it probably reasonable to just do it. I don't want to crack that. Okay, Uro is just better than all my other opportunities, right? My other options. I'll let them have Chandra because Uro is so good. That's fine. And if it really comes down to it, I can just rift it so they can't ultimate it. But the ultimate's not even that crazy. Honestly, it's pretty subpar, to be honest with you. Reclamation is just my best card right now. It's just doing so much. I get 3 lands because I have Uro in play. Play you. And we harass your commander. Oh, you're not your commander, you're this thing. For 2 damage. Look at that. Yeah, I don't really care about the plus. It just doesn't matter. This goes to any target or my face? It's just my face. Okay. It's been so long since I've seen this card. This card's giving me flashbacks. I remember this card being like the worst thing to see when I was playing Standard. But now I just don't care about it. Oh, got a land. Still no creatures. They have a bunch of sweepers in their deck that wants creatures and equipment. So it was a nice time, right? We're so far ahead, though. My opponent needs, like... I mean, if they have Farewell, they probably have Farewell. Farewell would actually be really, really good here. I do have some shots at a counterspell, but Farewell would be moderately problematic. See if I can't find an answer to that. Okay, I did not. I guess I can go again. They know about Cyclonic Rift, which kind of makes a lot of their decisions kind of miserable. But until they make me have to cast it, I just don't think I want to. Sure. Alright, so now I bounce the token. Actually, let's just do this. Let's activate this, see what happens. Okay. Just untap. Okay. Play this first. Maybe I find lands. Alright, I will kill their token. And then I'll just kill Chandra. This shuts down just a lot of resources. They're close to dying if I fire up the land. But I think it's fine to just take my time. I'm not going to swing with that. Oh, they have Wandering Emperor. Is there any way for me to defend my Uro from that? I don't think so. Yeah, I think this is always going out. That's tragic. I mean, I could have just activated Gretchen to find lands, or counterspells. Maybe that made sense, but I didn't. I did not do that. I think I'm gonna... No, I don't have any reason to besage you. So let's do this. I'm almost out of lands. Opponent's getting no help off the top of their deck. Can I please find a counterspell? Ay, ay, ay. I mean, this is still just totally fine. That does not deal with it forever. So I get to kill... Alright, well this probably just ends it. And then play this. Play this, play this. Play that. Alright, there's almost nothing my opponent can do to get out of this, I don't think. That would do it. Well, no it wouldn't, but I'm gonna look for a counterspell anyways. Oh, come on, there's so many counterspells. I'm halfway through my deck. Really? No counterspells. Okay, that does it. That does it. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about it now. My opponent can't find anything given the situation, and then we just Crater Hoof kill him. Underworld Breach. That is probably one of the worst targets, isn't it? Yeah, I was about to say, that's not... Oh, there was a counterspell, too. That's funny. But yeah, we just got him. I mean, I have perfect information. There's nothing they can do. Nice. Very grindy game. Still got there. Yep, just pulled ahead a lot. But a lot of back and forth. But yeah, we could just pull ahead. Just pulled ahead. That's it. Just Gretchen span pulled ahead. Okay, so I like this commander a lot. The ability is really neat. You have extremely powerful cards like Wilderness Reclamation and to some degree Training Grounds and Familiar. I never really got the like landfall triggers matter kind of vibe. There's not a lot of things that really do that anyways. But Tatyova is really good. Scute Swarm is good, and Provisioner ended up being pretty decent, but that's not really a surprise. The other one, the trying to think, Tireless Tracker is probably not that good. It hasn't been good for a while anyways, but the problem with this commander is it costs a lot of mana to do this. So cracking clues means you're not doing this. So you get like half of a trigger. Yeah, I just don't like the Tireless Tracker. Imagine being named Gretchen, yeah. Everything else is fine. I like the counterspell package. I kind of wish I had more counterspells. I'm sure there's a way to build it with more in mind. With the sets that are going to come out soon, I really like it more, which is kind of why I wanted to play it right now. So I might actually play this one again when the Wild West, whatever, the Hearthstone set that just came out was all Wild West theme, and now I guess the Magic one is. The Oko Western one seems like it has some good Gretchen cards in it. So I'll probably play it again, but as it stood, I just liked it. It obviously has the strongest thing you can be doing, which is all the 1 mana whatchamacallits. You know, you got your basically your Keenan package, your drums and your dorks, in conjunction with counter spells. The threat density was kind of the only concern. Felt like maybe I wanted more, so maybe you could run 1 or 2 more large, scary things. Even Tooth and Nail, to be honest. You could probably just put Tooth and Nail in here. I wasn't running it. I really wanted a Defense of the Heart trigger, which I ended up getting. And I think it ended up mattering, too, yeah. Archmage's Charm is good. The triple blue wasn't an issue, right? We have Craterhoof. The triple green with the green Arch Druid's Charm, I think it's called, should probably be in here. I don't hate it. Getting a land is fine. Tutoring a creature at instant speed is fine. The fight kind of sucks. And the counters are... yeah, it's not great. But like the tutor effect of the card is just kind of fine. So it could probably be in here as well. I also maybe felt like I wanted more Mystic Subdual, or Frogifies. I call them Frogifies. More of this ability. I know there's like 12 of this card at this point. So probably want more of this, right? I don't know. And again, so you can see how like I'm talking about wanting to add like 25 cards, which is a good place to be in. It means, you know, it's not one-dimensional. There's, you know, a clear-cut 99. I do think there's options, which are really nice. These are just the options I chose to go with this time. Some things didn't end up working out. I found a very disproportionate amount of Field of Ruins, it felt, and just weird, you know, lands your opponent's running that blow up yours, the non-basic ones. Field of Ruin, Demolition Field, stuff like that, which obviously means your Halls and your Hydras are just not great. I don't like these cards anyways. A lot of my mana is gummed up on Gretchen. Like, if you always have something to do with your mana, it doesn't feel great to have something like this in play. Or just in your deck, especially when getting a mono-colored tap land is just not good. So, I really don't think I like Hall of the Storm Giants. Same with Lair of the Hydra. If I'm sinking all of my mana into Lair of Hydra, I did not activate Gretchen, which means I'm expecting to win with this attack, or said attack is extremely crucial to kill, I don't know, something, mostly a Planeswalker, or like a chump blocker or something, but at that point, what are you really doing? So yeah, I really do not like Hull. I think a literal basic land is probably just better. So let's do that here. Probably a green one. I think I have enough blue. You really want your turn 1 green most games anyways, right? The instant speed ramp was fine. Obviously Uro is always good in blue-green X. And yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, I just like this commander. It feels kind of like Baral Malcolm-y style sort of stuff, but the value is in the 4-mana activation instead of like simply attacking or simply countering things, right? A card draw, discard the loot of Malcolm and Baral. It's like it's just tied into a 4-mana activation, but you get to play green, which obviously increases the power level of your deck quite significantly. So yeah, let me know what you thought about this commander. If you have ideas for it, if you're excited to see what it looks like in the next set, come, well, I guess on the other side of this month. The month just started, so it's quite a ways out. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.